Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Game 1 of the 1920 World Series between the Cleveland Indians of the American League and the Brooklyn Robins of the National League. Have you been following my World Series replays? The Toronto Blue Jays and Philadelphia Phillies. I've entered Game 6 in a Strat Advanced Role Replay. And then you have the New York Yankees and the Arizona Diamondbacks. They've entered Game 3, going back to Yankee Stadium. That's in payoff pitch. And hopefully we'll have some of that later on this afternoon. But now we're going to jump back to time. The 1920, the ravaging 20s. It'll be Stan Coveleski for the Cleveland Indians, the American League representatives. And the National League representatives will be Rube Marquard, the left-hander. The lineups for the Indians today: Joe Evans will be in left, Bill Gardner at second, Tris Speaker in center, George Burns at first, Larry Gardner at third, Smokey Joe Wood in right, Joe Sewell gets to start at short. Of course, that's a story in itself. Steve O'Neill behind the plate, and batting ninth is the pitcher, Stan Coveleski. For the National League, Brooklyn Robins, it'll be Ivy Olson at short, followed by Jimmy Johnston at third, Tommy Griffith in right, Zach Wheat in left, Hy Myers in center, Ed Konetsky at first, Pete Kilduff at second, Ernie Kruger behind the plate, and on the mound the left-hander, Rube Marquard. Well, let's do it, folks, and we're going to try to do a little cards and dice old-fashioned. Since we didn't have TV back in 1920, we'll go ahead and see if we can do it as a card and dice on the actual tabletop with scoring. We'll use the old-fashioned Cleveland baseball fan old clipboard here and see if we can roll on there and have a game played that way. And hopefully I can do that. Hopefully the dice roll well. If not, may have to pull out Mr. Box for it. So we'll see how that goes today. So here it is, Joe Evans. He gets to start. Cleveland Indians does have some guys not starting today. So this game will be in super advanced. We'll be using ballpark singles and home runs. Weather conditions not ideal here in Ebbets Field. Singles are 1 to 14. The left-handers, righties, are 1 to 8. Home runs, the lefties, are 1 to 17. That very inviting right field wall in right field. And right-handers are 1 to 6. But this is 1920, folks. Not a lot of power hitters back then, but you may get a share. So here's Joe Evans. He'll lead off for the Cleveland Indians. He hit .349, 172 at-bats in 1920. He gets to start in left field against the left-hander, Rube Marquard. Here's the pitch, and we're underway. It'll be a 3-8 versus a lefty, and that's a ground ball back to the pitcher. That will be 1 away. So Evans retired. I do a little different than most people. I put the cards in the back. Here is Bill Wattmangrass, second baseman. Bill Wattmangrass, second baseman for the Tribe, hit .244, 565 at-bats. 1 out here in the first, and it's going to be a 6-11 to a righty. That is a ground ball to the second base. Picked up by the second baseman is Kilduff, throws him out, and there is 2 outs. So Wattmangrass is out. There's 2 outs here in Brooklyn. Welcome to Brooklyn, site of Ebbets Field, Game 1 of the 1920 series. This is actually a best of 9. So first 2 will be in Brooklyn, next 3 will be in Cleveland, and the last 2, if necessary, or actually, how the heck did they do that? Let's look at the 1920 World Series a little bit. We can take a look at that and see how the season summaries went. First 3 Brooklyn, next 3 are in Cleveland, or next 4 are in Cleveland, and then the last 2 Brooklyn if necessary. So again, winner must win 5. So again, this is back then in the days where they played a best of 9, not a best of 7. Let's get back to play here and get the mouse out of the way. Hopefully the mouse won't be as used often today. Go back to some old school. Here's Tris Speaker, the Hall of Famer. He's a player coach, center fielder, lefty on lefty. Speaker against Markard. Here's the pitch. That's a 1-5 versus a lefty, and that's a triple 1-4. That's a 13. That's a double for Tris Speaker. So Tris Speaker doubles, and already he's on, and he has a 2-out rally going. So Speaker doubles. Here is the first baseman, George Burns. Again, he is playing. Then again, looks like he has a right too. He hit 250, 116 at bats in 1920. Looks like he does have deceptible hitting spots against left-handed pitching. Good call here by Speaker. Let's see. Runner on second and 2 outs. Markard from the stretch. Here's the pitch. 1-8 to a lefty. A single, 2 stars, and there it is. RBI George Burns. Speaker scores, and the Indians lead 1-0. So one RBI for George Burns, and the Indians take a 1-0 lead. That could be tough in this series. Stan Kovaleski pitched 3 complete games, so he is a stud for the Indians. Here's the third baseman, Larry Gardner, the lefty. Runner on first and nobody out. Markard's a 0. Let's see. Ernie Kruger's a +2. You'll hold him as a -2. So for Burns to run, he'll get the jump. So if he gets the jump on a 7, it's an auto 20. He gets it on a 6. So now he can go on a 1-12, but he'll stay put. So here is Larry Gardner. Gardner to swing. It's going to be a 1-12 versus the lefty. Line drive right at the second baseman and ends the inning. But the Cleveland Indians get 1 run on 2 hits in strand 1. We go to the bottom of the first inning here in Ebbets Field. It's 1-0 Cleveland. So now on the mound for the Indians, Stan Kovaleski, 24-14, 2.49 ERA. He's a right-handed pitcher. We'll put him up here where the Indians are. And now here come the Brooklyn Robins. It will be Olson, Johnston, and Griffith for the Robins before they became the Dodgers. So Olson, a right-handed hitter, getting to know these guys. He hit 254, 13 doubles, 11 triples, a home run, and 46 runs batted in. So he's a right-handed hitter against Kovaleski. Here's the pitch. That's going to be a 4-10 against a righty. That's a ground ball. Shortstop. Here is your problem on this Indian team. Sewell, 3E88. Let's see if he can avoid some of those errors. Let's see if he can do it here. Pull out the chart. He's a 7. I think he didn't even avoid the hit. Oh, actually, he's a 3. 7 on a 3 should have avoided that problem. 7 on a 3 is a G3. Now we hold on to our lunch. He's an 11. That's not going to be good. That's 11 on a maximum 88. And there's an error on the 11. Sewell committed 6 errors in the 1920 Classic. Has committed his first one. Again, you have to realize Joe Sewell, future Hall of Famer, is a rookie this year. He's playing because of the untimely death of Ray Chapman, who died of a beating in a game late in the season for the Indians. So now Olson at first, he's a D stealer, will not be held, and now here is Jimmy Johnston, the third baseman. Again, righty on righty. Make sure the cards are looking good. That's kind of, I didn't want to roll like that. 3-7, fly ball left field. That will be out number 1. So out number 1. Let's do this a little bit here. See if that will be better. Here is Tommy Griffith. So Tommy Griffith, the batter. And playing a little different technique here. And see if we're able to do this. Griffith, a left-handed hitter. Here's the swing. It's off a little bit. 5-9 to a lefty. And that's a fly ball in the left field. Joe Evans is there, makes the catch, and there's 2 outs. Here's one of the stars on this Brooklyn Robins team, if you haven't heard of him. His name is Zach Wheat. He is the left fielder on this team. Hang on, folks. Again, I'm not playing with the Robins much. They're still fairly new. So Olson, it was Olson led off, followed by, it was Olson who led off, and he was followed by Johnston, and then Griffith, and then batting fourth was Zach Wheat. So put Zach Wheat back in this lineup. Put Olsen where he is, and gotta sneak him back in this game. Let's see if we can make this look pretty good. I'm trying to do a different thing here. So Zach Wheat here, left-handed hitter, good hitter. He has a lot of good possibilities on that card. Oh, and I just threw a die across the board. So that's the problem we have. Let's see if we can. May have to pull the box out. We'll see how it goes. 5-8 versus a lefty. Ground ball, second base X. They kept it away from Sewell, or at least the second baseman jumped up in front of him. He's a 2E38. 2E38. That is going to be a 5. That's a 2 though. That's a base hit. 2 on a 2 is a single 1. So the Brooklyn Robbins stay along here. Anything after this would be unearned, as there's been 2 outs already in the inning. So first and second, 2 outs. Dodgers getting some breaks here. And now here, let's go to Hal Myers. And what? I have to be like David Demos, but I may have to go back to my old tricks. So I'm finding I'm just not as comfortable rolling on the clipboard, at least not right this second, until I could get a comfortable feeling. So let's see if we can again keep the guys on top here. Keep the pitcher up top, so I can have the bottom of the scoreboard for me to write. So here's Ty Myers. Ty Myers, there you go. I like that better. 2-8 versus a righty. No, ground ball shortstop. He retires aside, and that will do it. No runs, 1 hit, 1 error. Left 2. We played 1 here at Ebbets Field. 1-0 Cleveland. So Kovaleski comes back out. Rube Marquardt will take his place down there, and Smokey Joe Wood will bat. That's right, the famous Smokey Joe Wood. He also was a darn good hitter in his time, too. He hit 270, 137 at-bats, had a home run. He gets the start today in right field. Wood against Marquardt. 4-5 is going to be a ground ball shortstop X. Holy X's chances here. That's going to be Ivy Olsen. I wrote down my numbers on there. He's a 256. Probably not going to be much better. That's going to be a 5. He'll avoid that, but that's a common 11 on a 56. We're going to hold our phones, and 11's an error. So an error on their shortstop. So both shortstops have made errors to start off. I've started the game off. So runner on first and nobody out. So now here is Joe Sewell, the young shortstop. He came in after the untimely death of Chapman, hit 329, 70 at-bats, 4 doubles, a triple, 12 runs batted in. Left-handed hitter against the lefty Marquardt. Here's the swing. 1-4 against the lefty, fly ball left field. That will be the first out. And here is the catcher, Steve O'Neill. Steve O'Neill, good 1E3, has a great arm. He hits 321, so he's a solid catcher for this Cleveland baseball team. So with 1 out, runner on first, O'Neill hit against Marquardt. 3-7 versus a lefty is a pop to short. That'll be 2 outs. And I'll bring up Kovaleski. So Steve Kovaleski comes up. Kovaleski using the 4 hitting pitcher card against the left-hander Rube Marquardt. Marquardt looks in, runner on first and 2 outs. Here's the swing. 5-8 for Kovaleski. Kovaleski is a right-handed hitter. 5-8 is a triple. 1-9. It's a single and 2 stars. So everything will be unearned at that point. First and third, 2 outs. And we go to the top of the order for Joe Evans. So here we go. First and third, 2 outs. Right-handed hitter Joe Evans against Marquardt. Marquardt from the stretch. 3-6 is a ground ball to short. We'll end it. No runs. 1 hit, 1 error. We go to the bottom of the second. 1-0 Indians. So Marquardt is done. We'll go back to Stan Kovaleski as the baseball song went. And now we'll be back to Ed Konetsky, the first baseman. Konetsky, a first baseman, 2E17, 308 hitter, and 497 bat. So solid campaign for Mr. Konecki. He'll bat right-handed. His right-hander against the right-hander Kovaleski. 2-3 righty and draws the walk. So Konecki draws the walk. He is a D stealer, will not be held. And now here comes Pete Kildoff, the second baseman. 272, no home runs. A lot of these Indians not with a lot of power. So top of the second here. Let's see if we can make it a little bit better. And that's going to be a 3-5. Oh, 3-5 to righty. Ground ball, second base. Runner will advance. Works as good as a sacrifice. Konecki to second. There's one out. So now here's the catcher, Ernie Kruger. Ernie Kruger on the year hit 282, one home run, 12 RBIs. He'll not too good of a backup, not good of a catcher. 3E plus 2. So hopefully he's up there with his bat. Runner on second and one out. 2-7 righty, 1-17. That's a 9. Base hit, Ernie Kruger. So Konecki will go to third. From third, one out. And now the Indians will set up in the number 2 pitcher spot. Stand Rube Marquard. First and third. Indians will play the infield, then daring him to hit past him. Kovaleski from the stretch. Here's the pitch. 1-4. It's a strikeout. 2 away. They probably preferred a double play there, but now they have to face the top of the order. And Ivy Olsen reached on Joe Sewell's error his last time up. First and third, 2 outs. Kovaleski trying to get past this one. From the stretch, 2 on. And the swing, 3-8 to a righty. Ground ball, the shortstop. He'll make the play, throws them out. And that, folks, is the end. We play 2-1-0 Cleveland. So Stan Kovaleski doing a job like he did in the 1920 series so far. With a 1-0 lead here in the third, it will bring up Bill Gardner. Never figured out how we say that name. So Marquard now. So top of the third, Gardner, who ground the second, followed by Speaker and Burns. So Gardner swings. 2-6, that should work out well. 2-6 lefties, a single from Gardner. So Gardner's on the single. He is starred, but has a bunch of pickoffs. But he will be a 15 first number. I'm not going to take the chance to get picked, so he'll have to stay put. But he will be held. So here is Tris Speaker, the player manager. Speaker doubled and scored his first time up. Here's the swing, 6-2 lefty, ground balls A. That'll be a double play. Picked up by the second baseman, Kildorf. Goes to short to Olsen, to first to Konecki, double play. 4-6-3. So Speaker is done quickly for 2 outs. And here is George Burns. Has an RBI single his first time up. Here it is. That'll be a 3-7 against the lefty. Walked him, and Burns is on again. So Burns is on again. He started out of 7. We'll give him a shot. I guess it rolled a 7. He rolled a 6. Does not get the lead. Here is Larry Gardner. Larry Gardner, the third baseman. Popped a second his first time up. Left-handed hitter against the left-hander, Rube Marquard. 6-4 lefty is going to be a fly ball to center field. That will be High Myers. He's a 2E9. 2E9. That's a 15. Fields it. That's a 7. He's going to get him. That retires the side. No runs, 1 hit. That's vanished by the double play. We go to the bottom of third. 1-0 Cleveland. So Rube Marquard on the mound again for the Cleveland Indians is Stan Kovaleski, the right-hander. He'll now pitch to Johnston, Griffith, and Wheat here in the bottom of the third inning. I may have to do that. Yeah, here we go. Here is Johnston here, swinging away, 6-6-6 against the righties. A single to right field for Jimmy Johnston. So he has a single. Johnston is starred. Wow, 2-9, but he gets picked off on a 10 and 11. We'll see. O'Neill -2. I believe O'Neill is a -3. He is, I believe. He is. So it'll be a -5 if you want -4 with a +1. So he'll get it on an 11. Not really worth the run. So 55% he'll be held. Here is Tommy Griffith. So Tommy Griffith the swing. That'll be a 5-4. 5-4 to a lefty is a catch-ax. Now Super Advanced, I'm playing a little bit differently. So a catch. Let's see what happens here first. It's going to be the catcher, which is going to be O'Neill. He is actually a 1E7, so may not have to play it off differently at all. He's a 14. It is a foul out. Ooh, a 17 on O'Neill. He is a 17. He's a 17 on a 7. And there's no error. Makes the catch. Almost dropped in foul fair territory. Oh, that could have been very dangerous. So Griffith pops out, one away. Here is now the left fielder, Zach Wheat. He's 1 for 1 with the single. Runner on first and 1 out. Wheat the swing away. 6-3 to a lefty is a ballpark single. We've talked about this before. Left-handed hitters is a 1-14. That's a 17. Oh, what a play by Gardner. Just robbed Zach Wheat of a base hit. Oh, my. So with 2 outs, runner on first, Zach Wheat has been retired on a gem of a play by Gardner. Here is High Myers. Ground the short, first time up. 4-6, righty, 5-ball left field. Evans will make the catch and does, and that's all for the Brooklyn Dodgers. Brooklyn Robbins. We go to the 4th. Ladies and gentlemen, call the police. Highway robbery by Mr. Bill Gardner. We now go to the 4th. It'll now be Smokey Joe Wood, the bat for the Indians, followed by Joe Sewell and Steve O'Neill. He'll hit against Rube Marquardt here in the 4th. Pair of Hall of Famers, I believe, in Kovaleski and Marquardt. So the left-hander Marquardt comes out on the mound. He'll pitch to Wood, who reached on an error, Sewell and O'Neill. Here's O'Neill here in the 4th. 2-6. 2-6. It is a strikeout. So Smokey Joe Wood is struck out here in the 4th. So Joe Sewell, the batter, flied out to left his first time up. Left-handed hitter against the left-handed pitcher in Marquardt. Here's the swing. 3-3. Ground ball to first to take himself. He is not starred. 3 unassisted. 2 outs. And now here is the catcher, Steve O'Neill. O'Neill pops shorts first time up. Here's the pitch. 3-3. Ground ball to short. Marquardt retires the side. 3 up, 3 down. We go to the bottom of the 4th inning. Cleveland clinging to a 1-0 lead. So now for the Dodgers, it will be hot for the Robbins. I'm going to keep calling him that. It'll be Ed Konecki, Pete Kilduff, and Ernie Kruger against Stan Kovaleski here in the 4th inning. As Kovaleski doing damage here for the Indians. Konecki walked his first time up. Right-handed hitter. Here's the swing. That'll be 6-9 versus the righty. 5-ball center field. Speaker is there. Makes the catch, and there's 1 out. So here is Pete Kilduff. He's the second baseman. Kilduff, the second baseman today. Here's the swing. 4-5 righty. Ground ball to first. Kilduff is not starred. He'll just take it to the bag himself. 3 unassisted, and there's 2 outs. Here is Ernie Kruger. So Kruger singled his first time up. Kovaleski gets the sign from O'Neill. Here's the pitch. And that's a 3-7. That's a fly ball center field. That will be 3 out, 3 up, 3 down. Kovaleski's retired the last 6 Robins. We go to the 5th. Cleveland leads 1-0. So Rube Marquardt back on the mound for the Robins. Top of the 5th, trailing 1-0. And now Cleveland will send up the Kovaleski, Evans, and Gardner. So top of the 5th here. Evans is on deck. That's a 4-8 for Kovaleski's a righty. That is a fly ball left field. That is Zach Wheat makes the catch, and there's one out. So Kovaleski is done there, one away, and here is Joe Evans. Evans, the left fielder. He's 0 for 2 in the ball game. Here's a 4-9 on a righty. Oh, that's a home run, 1-5. Nope, he is a W, so that is going to be a single 1-5. 6-20, gets the double. So he's not an N, so he gets the double. So not a bad knock right there for Joe Evans. He's on at second with one out. And now here, Bill Wamsagas. Wamsagas, runner on second and one out. He's 1 for 2 in the ball game. Had a fantastic scintillating play early in the game. Runner on second. Wamsagas from the stretch. Here comes Margard. 3-7 to a lefty. Ground ball to short. It's hard hit, but it'll keep Evans at second. Throw to first, and there's 2 outs. So with 2 outs, here's the player coach, Tris Speaker. Obviously the best hitter in this game. On deck is Burns. And they don't fear Burns as much. So let's see if they decide to give the old intentional pass. I don't want to not do something that was never done in baseball in 1920. So Speaker gets the intentional walk, first and second, and 2 outs. And here's Burns. He has an RBI hit today and a walk. He's 1 for 1. So they're pitching around Speaker to get the Burns. Let's see. 2-6. Lefty struck him out, and it worked. Rube Marquardt gets the job done. No runs, 1 hit, a walk, and 2 men left. Bottom of the 5th coming up. 1-0 Indians. So again, it will be Stan Kovaleski on the mound here in the bottom of the 5th inning. He will pitch to the bottom of the order. Rube Marquardt, followed by Olson and Johnston. So last of the 5th, here is Marquardt. Probably his last at bat. Comes around again. I don't see him swinging again. 3-11, fly ball center field. That will be a center fielder for the Tribe. And that is Tris Speaker, the player coach. 1 away. Gets the ball back in. Here is Ivy Olson. So Ivy Olson, the batter. Olson, the bat, reached on an error and ground to short. Kovaleski, 4-12. Righty, ground ball, shortstop. That's easy. Sewell comes up at it and makes the play. 1 away. So throws him out. Here's Jimmy Johnston, 2 outs. Jimmy Johnston has fly to left and singled. He's 1 for 2. Kovaleski on the mound. 2-8 versus a righty. And there's a single for Jimmy Johnston, his second hit of the ball game. So Johnston, a B stealer, gets picked on at 10-11, but again, a -5, really -4 drops you to 11. So Johnson will be held, but he will not be going anywhere. Here's Tommy Griffith. Tommy Griffith has fly to left and pop to the catcher. Kovaleski from the stretch. 4-4 lefty ballpark, single to a lefty again. Left-handers are 1-14. That time gets past Wattengrass for a base hit. So Johnson will stop at second. Base hit for Griffith, and it gives the best hitter on the Robbins a chance. That is Zach Wheat. Wheat, so far in the ball game, has singled and popped a second. He's 1 for 2. So here we go. First and second, 2 outs. Wheat a chance. See if he can get a big hit in this series against Kovaleski. Roll in the column of death. That's a 4-5 pop. The first. And that will be a catch made by the first baseman, George Burns, to end the inning. No runs, 2 hits, stranded 2. We go to the 6th. It's still 1-0 Cleveland. Rube Marquardt comes back on the mound for the Robins. And it will be George Burns coming up. It'll be Burns or Gardner. Looks like it will be Gardner, Wood, and Sewell here in the 6th. So here we go again in the 6th. He's 0 for 2 in the ball game. 2-8. Oh, dead rolled him in his column. Popped up second base. Throws his bat. Knew he had a good pitch to hit. Marquardt got the best of him that inning. 1 away in the 6th. Here's Joe Wood. Smoky Joe Wood. He's 0 for 2. Reached on an error and struck out. Marquardt with the windup and the pitch. 2-2 to a lefty line drive. Third base hit a bullet. but right at the third baseman for the Indians, and that's Jimmy Johnston, 2 outs. Here's Joe Sewell, the young-looking shortstop. Has a lot of promise, good-looking bat, left-handed hitter. He's 0 for 2 today. Lefty on lefty. Here's the swing. 5-8, and that is a triple 1-8. That's a 17. Drops in for a single for Sewell. So Sewell's on, not being held. He's a D-stealer. Here's the catcher, Steve O'Neill. Kovaleski on deck. O'Neill's 0 for 2. Pop to short and ground to short. Marquardt from the stretch. Here's the pitch. 1-4 lefty. Ground ball to third. Out an easy play. Throws him out. No runs. 1 hit. We go to the bottom 6. Nothing's changed. 1-0 Indians. So Marquardt back out. Stan Kovaleski back on the mound for the Indians. And for the Dodgers, it will be Myers, Konecki, and Kilf. And now the Dodgers have to think about doing some pinch hitting if it gets late in this game here. So Myers, the batter, he's 0 for 2. Ground to short and fly to left. Here we go. That's a 6-7. 6-7 against a righty is a single 1-8. Oh, that's a 6. And got one through for a base hit. Past the third baseman, Gardner. So a base hit for Myers. His first hit, he's 1 for 3. Myers is started with those wacky numbers. But again, he'll lose the -4. That'll be a 1-11, but pickoff chances at 7-9. And he will hold. Here's the first baseman, Ed Konecki, 0 for 1 with the walk. They will, with a 1-run lead, they will play the infield. They'll play the corners in, make him a C bunter. So they will try to still bunt. That's a 6. That should be hopefully will be a good bunt on a C, on a 6. Oh, a defense. Let's see who picked it up first. It was by the 4-5. Ooh, it was by the first baseman. So let's see. So the running rating on Myers, he's a 1-15. -4 is 11. But again, George Burns is a 4, so it takes it back up to 1-15 again. They'll get the easy out on a sacrifice. So a nice, easy sacrifice there. Did not want to try for the lead runner there. So now runner on second and 1 out for Pete Kilduff. Pete Kilduff on the game has ground to second and ground first there. He's 0 for 2. Kovaleski clinging to a 1-0 lead. From the stretch, here's the pitch. 5-7 righty. Oh, he gets a chance at a 5-7. That's a base hit. That will score Myers from second, and we have a brand new ball game. It is tied at 1. So Robbins got himself a big base hit. RBI by Pete Kilduff, and it's 1-1. So Kovaleski gives up a run here, and now that could automatically give a state of execution to Rube Marquardt, who's on deck. Here's Ernie Kruger, runner on first, 1 out. Kruger's 1 for 2. Kruger, 5-7 to a righty. Again, he hit that 5-7 roll. Again, that's a 1-4 double. That's again a long single. Kilduff will go to third. And now the stay of execution may have been lifted. They may throw the switch on him because now you take out Marquardt to go for a better hitter in this game. First and third, 2 outs. But problem is, do you have a pitcher who you can trust, who can come in? And the question is probably no. They're probably going to let Marquardt bat here. This is 1920s. Infield will play in. He gets a piece of it. They want to go on contact. 3-8, and that's a ground ball third. That will hold the route. A double play ball if they didn't. Runner will go to second, and they'll throw him out at first. So second and third with 2 outs, and it gives Ivy Olson a chance. What that did by putting the ball in play, it gave the top of the order man Olson a chance to do this. 254 hitter against a right-handed hitter playing super advanced rules tells me he is clutch. He actually gets a hit deep in the 3 columns. So he does get an extra hit for his ability to hit within a runner in scoring position. Olson, the ball game is 0 for 3. He's ground to short twice and reached on an error. Here is the swing. 6-7 righty. Single 1-8. That's an 18. Gardner comes out with a nice play and ends the inning. So, Brooklyn scores once. We go to the 7th. It is 1-1. Game 20. This is game number 1 of the 1920 World Series. So now Kovaleski now has to think about it. Looks like Kovaleski will lead off. So now we go into a battle of attrition here. The Indians aren't going anywhere on their bullpens. So Kovaleski will come in, will stay in the game and swing against the left-handed pitcher, Rube Marquard. So now here we go. Both managers playing a game of human chess. 3-6 lefty and struck him out. Big strikeout on Kovaleski to lead off the 7th. And now here is Joe Evans. Evans in a ball game, 1 for 3, a double. Right-handed hitter against Marquard. Here's the pitch. 6-2 righty, walks him. So Evans gets the walk, and now let's see what Evans will do. He is starred, and he has a little more comfort at run. Oh, especially with the Kruger combination. This will be a 17 or 12. If he can get the lead, it's a 3, doesn't get the lead. So now it puts him at a 12 first number. Gardner is the batter. Let's see if Evans wants to run on a 12. They're going to try to throw. Not in time. Stolen base, Evans. So Evans with a stolen base. Evans on the year stole 6 out of 8. So he gets a big jump. Runner on second now, 1 out for Wamsgrass. An A bunter with 1 out. Do you bunt him over to third to get a 2-out opportunity to Speaker? You won't. Marquard from the stretch. Runner on second, 1 out. 6-10 righty. Catch X. Oh, and you got a catcher who's not as good either. Catcher is Kruger. He's a 3-15. Let's see if he can hopefully not drop one. Oh, it's a 7. That could be a wild pitch possibility. 7 on a 3. 7 on a 3 is a pass ball or pop. And it's going to be a 10. Kruger is a 10 on a 15. Does not make the error on a 10. But now this is what we do. Ernie Kruger, pass ball rating is a 3 only, which is good. Roll 1 to 3, pass ball. Otherwise, it is a pass. It's a pop up, and it's a pop up. So he makes the catch for the 2nd out. So Wamsgrass has 2 outs. It's not how you play, but I don't play the extra D20 roll. That's how I play catch X on my chart. So runner on second, 2 outs, and now here's Tris Speaker. He's 1 for 3, doubled and scored in the 1st, hit into a double play in the 3rd, and he was intentionally walked in the 5th. So he's officially 1 for 2. Again, do you give George Burns the chance? You don't let Tris Speaker beat you. I'm sorry. That's another intentional walk to Speaker. Tris Speaker, the best baseball player right now on the field. 388 in 1920, 107 RBIs. So he's given another intentional pass. 1st and 2nd, 2 outs for George Burns. You can make changes. You're in the 7th inning. They got some bats on the bench and players who can be definitely good swingers. So let's look at Cleveland's itinerary and see who we can go with. They have 2 starters, and the one guy to me, he's a lefty. And a better defensive player, and it will be the Doc, one of my favorite names in baseball, Doc Johnston. So Johnston will swing, so he'll get the chance here. Burns had the only RBI in this game, so runner on second, 2 outs for the Doc. So lefty on lefty. So Doc didn't get the start, but he'll bat against Marquard. Here's the swing. 3-3 against Johnston. Ground ball to second. Picked up by Griffith. Picked up by Kilduff. Throws him out and retires the side. No runs, no hits, 2 walks. Both men are stranded. We go to the 7th inning stretch. It is 1-1. So it's a battle of human chess here at Ebbets Field. Both managers trying to outduel another. Kovaleski comes out to pitch the bottom of the seventh inning. Johnston, Griffith, and Wheat will bat for the Dodgers against Kovaleski here. So Johnston in the ball game is 2 for 3 with 2 singles. So let's see. Let's put Kovaleski back up here and do it right there. So here we go. And that's going to be a 6-9 for Johnston. Flying ball center field. Kovaleski controls that situation, and there's one away. So Johnston retired, first out in the seventh. Here's Tommy Griffith. He's 1 for 3 of the single. Griffith now. Kovaleski pitching into this seventh inning of work. Here's the windup and deals. 3-6. Home run on a 1, but it's an 8. It's a fly ball right field. Dies in the tracks, and there's 2 outs. So 2 outs, and here is Zach Wheat. 1 for 3 in the ball game. So Kovaleski trying to pitch carefully here. 0 for 2. 2-10 to a righty. Ground ball shortstop. That will retire the side, and we'll go to the 8th. 1-1 here in Brooklyn. So now to the 8th, Rube Marquard comes back out. And he will pitch to Gardner. He'll pitch to Gardner, Wood, and Sewell. Doc Johnston did go in to play first base for the Indians in that last inning. So the 8th inning, Gardner 0 for 3. 2 pops to second, a fly to right. It's a 2-10 versus a lefty. Double 1 to 10. No diving play. Keeps the ball in front of him for a single. So a nice play there by the center fielder for the Robbins. That was High Myers. He made a nice play. He trapped it, kept it in front of him. Gardner had a hold. So runner on first now. Nobody out. Here is Joe Wood. He's 0 for 3. Again, he's not on borrowed time himself, but they're going to kind of keep the right-handed bat in there. Marquard from the stretch. Here's the pitch. 6-7 righty. There it is. Double 1 to 4. That's a single. 2 stars. And that will drive Gardner to third. First and third, nobody out. Here come the Indians. So Wood now 1 for 4. Here is Sewell. The infield will have to be brought in here in the 8th inning. 1-1 tie, game 1 of 9. So now Sewell the batter. He's 1 for 3. Infield in. That's a 4-5 lefty. Ground ball shortstop X. Ooh. Let's see. That's going to be Ivy Olson. Ivy Olson's a 256. Come on. Keep the ball in front of you, Ivy. 13-2. Let's make a good play on this. 13-2 is a G1, so the runners will hold. 13 on a 50. Ooh, 13 on a 56. There's no 13. Oh, my. So that will send Wood a second play to first and 1 away. And again, the game of human chess because Kovaleski is on deck. Here is Steve O'Neill, second and third, 1 out. Marquard, no, you don't do that. I don't think you walk him and pitch to Kovaleski here, because then you turn around and you can possibly put somebody else in the ball. Cleveland's pitching is a lot better than Robbins out of their bullpen. I could find a pitcher or 2 to get a man out if need be. But Kovaleski's just been dominating on his end. So now let's see what happens. You play the odds. Second and third, 1 out. O'Neill will hit against Marquard. Infield has to play in, and they're going to try to do it. 1-6 struck him out. Strikes out O'Neill. So now Kovaleski either comes up or does not. Does Cleveland want to keep him in the ball game as the pitcher, or does he want to pinch hit for him here in the 8th? It's a 1-1 tie. Speaker says go ahead and swing. So Speaker says he wants to keep the advantage with him with Kovaleski on the mound. Here we go. 1-8 versus the lefty, struck him out and ends the inning. So again, a decision that's going to be looked at in the newspapers. Asterisk speaker would not send a pinch hitter up for Stan Kovaleski. We go up to the bottom of the 8th inning. It's tied at 1. So now Kovaleski coming in his 8th inning of work. And now will be Myers, Konecki, and Kildorf for the Robbins. 1-1 score. Myers singled and scored the only run for the Robbins. Here's Myers again. 6-7 righty, single 1-8. That's an 8. Base hit for Myers. He gets the 1-8. So he's on for the second time. So he's 2 for 4. So now here's Konecki. Sacrifices last time up. Probably going to do it again. Loses a rating. He's a C. Here's the bunt. And he gets it this time to the 6. Let's see if that makes a difference. It's going to be a defense again. So it's going to be a defensive check. On a 6. Let's make sure it's going to be on the third baseman. That's Gardner. So that's a great bunt. So a bunt is going to be a 4+1. It's going to be +3 to Myers is running. So it'll be so -4, 11. It's a 1-12. Take the sacrifice. Can't take the chance. So another good sacrifice by Konecki. Myers will go to second. So runner on second and no outs. And here's Kildorf. Boy, the Dodgers, I believe, coming in as an underdog in this series. And the betting line, if you've got a act coming off the 1919 one, you got to feel the bettors are on Cleveland this series. Better rotation. And the Dodgers may sneak one away here. It's 1-1 in the 8th. Runner on second, 1 out. Kildorf the batter. 5-10 righty. Ground ball to third. That's Gardner. He should be able to keep the ball in front of him. He's a 1E13. He wants to keep it in front of him. It's a 12, and he does. It's going to be a G1. It's going to be an 8. There's no 8 on that low. I can almost guarantee you. On a 13, no 8 makes the play. Gardner, a solid defender back then. So 2 away. And now here's Kruger. Now do you force the Dodgers to make the same decision? This time you could, because the Dodgers don't have the bullpen, and they're trying to stay with Marquard in this ball game. You know what? I think this time you do that, and you do walk Kruger. So game of human chess continues. Kruger takes his base. And that means you either you let Marquard bat or you pinch hit for him here in the 8th inning. And now you got to make the decision and pull him, because you have to get a base hit here. Who will then have to come in and swing away will be the problem. Who do the Dodgers have for possibly a 1 swinger here? 238, 253, 289. Otto Miller is the backup catcher. Hate to use the backup catcher there. Let's see who maybe had the most at-bats. Again, this is kind of my decision, but I'll kind of go with the at-bats on this one. He kind of was probably more of a trusted issue. Probably Bernie Neese. So Bernie Neese, a switch hitter, will bat left-hander. Not too bad of a card, to be honest. So he'll get a shot here, and then the Dodgers will have to make a decision on what they want to do. So Bernie Neese comes up and swings away. The Dodgers have pulled the string on him, so it's first and second. So the Dodgers flinched first. First and second, 2 outs. Kovaleski on the mound. 4-7 left. He struck him out. And Kovaleski says, sit down. And that's all. We go to the 9th. It's still 1-1. Kovaleski does not want to get out of this game. So again, now the Dodgers are in a very precarious situation. Marquard goes 8 solid innings, but looks like could take the dreaded no-no here. Let's look. We're going to look at real quick here while we have you here. Had some people here earlier, but that's not too many. Let's look at who pitched for the Robbins. So Mattis came in and pitched 2 innings for Marquard, who didn't pitch badly. So 2.69 ERA. He was a solid starter and was going to be used in long relief. So Al Mamex on the mound. He's a right-hander, and he will come in and pitch. So Mamex in, so 8 strong for Markard. So Markard goes 8. And now it's going to be the second pitcher, Mamex, M-A-M-A-U-X, in your scorebook. But the Indians will now send up their top of the order. Evans, Wattengras, and then back to Speaker. A good chance here. The Indians could break through. Evans in the ball game is 1 for 3, a double and a walk. Let's go back to the main screen so I can see the game in front of you with everyone else. Here we go. Let's go ahead and fix that. Go ahead and fix that a little bit. Here we go. Evans to hit in the 9th inning. 6-5 righty ground ball to short again. That could be a problem. That's Ivy Olson. He's a 256. 56, not so good. That's a 4. He barely avoids the 2. He's a G3. It's on a 7 on a 56. No error. Ooh, makes a nice play across the diamond. So 1 away. And here's Wattengras, top of the first. Right-handed hitter, 1 for 4 in the ball game. Righty against Mamex, the righty. Here it is, 5-11 righty, and that's going to be a ballpark single to a righty's 1-8. That, I believe, is a 6. That's a base hit for Wattengras. His second hit of the ball game. So now he has those crazy numbers. Mamex is a +1. That makes things even more interesting. That's going to be a +2 for Kruger, and that's a -2 to hold. So it's a +1 to Wattengras. 16 first number gets picked on a 7-10. Boy, he's taking a risk. Here it is. That's a 10. He gets picked, I believe he is. He's picked going the wrong way. And that will be a 1-3 on a pickoff. And Wattengras is gone. There's 2 outs in the 9th. The game of human chess continues in this game. Neither team wants to flinch and give up the run. Here is Speaker. Speaker right now 1 for 2, 2 intentional walk. Now he gets the bat with nobody on. We'll see. 6-8. Lefty single for Speaker, the only thing on that 6th column. So Speaker is on base. He is starred with only a 7 on a pick. That'll be a 16 on a thing. Oh, an 11 does not get the jump, so he'll hold. But he'll be held on and won't steal. Now back to Doc Johnson, who's come in. He ground the second his first time up. Now it's against a righty where he's more comfortable. Lefty on a righty. Mamex from the stretch. 175 ball center field. Good play there by Myers. Makes the catch. And Cleveland has gone the distance. And we're still tied at 1. So now Stan Kowalewski. Probably his last inning of work. He'll come out and pitch the 9th inning. He's do or die type of attitude. Now we go to the top of the order for the Robbins, and it's going to be Ivy Olson. So Olson the swing away. Kowalewski still in the Dodgers. Can the Dodgers squeak in a run and walk it off here? They didn't call it a walk-off back then. Olson with a base hit. So Olson with a base hit. That's his first hit of the ball game. And the Robbins a chance. Kowalewski, nope, you're not going to run with him in there. Again, that's going to make it about a 1-9. But now Jimmy Johnson, one of the 1920s, everyone had to know how to bunt. So they will be looking for him. He's a B bunter then. A B bunter, and that's a 5. That's a solid bunt. Hit dead in the right way. It's how you should learn how to bunt. On a 5, that is going to be a sacrifice. Picked up by Gardner, throws him out, and the runner will move up. That's the 3rd sacrifice in the ball game for the Dodgers. So 3rd sacrifice in the ball game. Olson moves up to 2nd. He is the winning run. A chance to steal one from the Indians here in Brooklyn. So here is Tommy Griffith. 1 for the game. Kowalewski on the mound. Runner on 2nd, no, but 1 man out. The infield has to look for anything here. 1-9 ground ball to first. Johnston has it. Runner will go to third, and now the winning run is 90 feet away. But now they bring up their best hitter, Zach Wheat. Myers, so far in the ball game, has 2 hits. He's 2 for 4, but he's a 300-plus hitter also. So Zach Wheat, 328. Who do you not want to pitch to? That would be the problem here. So the Indians now trying to do a little gamesmanship here. Kovaleski here, runner on third, and winning runners over there. Do you pitch to Wheat or do you pitch to Myers, who's beaten you twice? Don't walk Wheat here and put the open base, and he will get the intentional himself. So first and third, 2 outs. There's going to be a base open for a force. And now here's High Myers. He is 2 for 4, scored the only run. He's had 2 hits. Righty versus righty. Kovaleski trying to finish it here and go to extras. Kovaleski from the stretch. 6-5 righty. Banks hit in the gap, and Myers will beat Cleveland and win this. Olsen scores, and the Robbins have stolen game number 1. So High Myers, 3 for 5 in the series, gets the ultimate blow, a big hit, sends Olsen home, and the Robbins win it 2-1. Wow, 2 runs for the Robbins, 1 for the Indians. That was rough, I'll tell you. So now let's look at the statistics here. So let's see if we can do a little gamemanship here. 0 runs, no runs, 1 hit. 0 runs, 1 hit. No runs, no hits. 0 runs, 2 hits. That'll be 1, 2, 0 runs on 3. Nothing there. 0 run on 1, and that was 1 run on 2. So 4, 7, 8, 9. Wow, as they say, he scattered them. The Brooklyn Dodgers, 2 runs on 12 hits. Whew, that was interesting, and not bad. A great performance out of Rube Marquardt. He gave up that quick run early in the ball game. 1 run on 2 hits in the first inning, and then he gave up no runs on 1 hit in the second, no runs on 1 hit in the third, nothing across in the fourth. No runs on 1 hit in the fifth, no runs 1 hit in the sixth. He was just pitching just well enough. No runs in the seventh. The 8th inning was no runs on 2 hits, no runs on 2 hits in 9th, which was not him. So he was 6, 7, 8, 9, I believe. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, let's redo this one real quick. So runs, 2 hits. 0 runs, no runs, 1 hit. No runs, 1 hit. That was a 0 there. No runs, no hits there. That was a no runs, 1 hit. That was a no runs, 1 hit there. And this was a no runs, a no hits here. And then Marquardt came in, and the Dodgers batted for him in the 8th. So he did pitch into the 8th inning. So actually he did, let's see, 2, 4, 5, 6, 8 hits. So Marquardt did his job. 8 innings. He went 8 innings and gave up 8 hits. Gets the no decision. Gave up only 1 run. Mamix came in at the right time. Gets the 1 inning and gets the win as the Brooklyn Robbins scores a run in the 9th to win it by the score of 2-1. So the Brooklyn steals game 1 here at home. You don't usually steal games 1, but Cleveland has to be decisive winner in this series. So now Cleveland has to come back in game number 2. And then we'll just take a look at the numbers here before we take you to game number 2. I believe it comes out to be Jim, probably going to be Bagby, and are the likelihood starters in game 2. Let's see who is Let's see if we can look at that. Yep, it'll be Jim Bagby, a right-hander. Not our big game winner on this Cleveland Indians staff. It'll take on Burley Rhyme. Dodgers with Robbins did actually win this one, so that's something. If they can go up 2-0 going to Cleveland, actually they played first 3 here in Brooklyn, that'll be a big advantage. So again, that's the final score. Brooklyn wins it. Again, this is a best of 9. Again, pay attention to my Blue Jay Philly series. That goes back to the Sky Dome with Game 6. Go ahead and give you a little INT. That's 3 games to Toronto. They go for the championship, and then in the payoff pitch, 2001 Yankee Diamondback series. That series is 1-1, as that series will go to New York. Thank you, folks, for coming in. Appreciate you all. Have a good night, and we'll see you again. See you once again, as this is a Strat World Series replay here on the Sports Time Machine.